It was in 1997 I did 2 residencies, 2 opportunities I was given. I was rather pleased. I'd only done one before at Yorkshire Art Space. I couldn't ask for more, both the ideal place, but it's hard, so hard to make the best of the opportunities you're given, especially when given one such as these.
SSW was set up here in the village of Lumsden in central Aberdeenshire 30 years ago by a sculptor called Fred Bush. He ran it for 15 years, I think, as an open access facility where people could come and use specific sculpture making facilities to make work in wood, metal, stone. Over the course of the years, the sort of role of the workshop has changed. And what we now do is we retain the facilities that we have because we find that people can't get access to what we have much anymore. Art colleges etc. don't provide them. But we also run a programme of residencies. So we have our, quite well established now, our summer residency programme, which is month-long residencies for 12 artists minimum per year, 16 last year actually, who come here for a month, open-ended, time to reflect on your practice and develop new ideas, possibly using the facilities here but not necessarily, just getting some time and space and support to develop your ideas. We also provide self-funded opportunities for artists. Artists come here and pay to use the facilities. They can learn casting, they can learn other techniques. And we also try to have a programme of kind of residencies that engage with education or community contexts.
I've been a member of Gang Hut, an artist-led group, since it first started up in Bristol. Steve had some contact with the Scottish Sculpture Workshop, having previously done a residency there. He went back then, and a few of us went up to develop a big project. We got funding, the workshop was very supportive. We went back to Lumsden, did community-based projects the next year.
Our project was to rejuvenate the local gala day. Over a 6-month period, Gang Hut members undertook residencies which engaged the local populace. I made a film documenting the process, featuring the local primary school, the Over 50s Club, and the local Carpet Bowls Club, amongst others. It was then shown at the gala day, that featured 3 purpose-built structures, sculptures, live bands, a parade, fancy dress, games, and so much more.
Workshop use, studio space and accommodation. We were sorted out with facilities that helped us forge links in the village and the local community. And we'll always value the time we have, 'cause our project really developed our collective, great to work with. Now, the main pavilion we built as a centrepiece to the gala day was designed in collaboration with Draw Architects in Edinburgh. It was designed in such a way that we could take it down in sections and store it should we wish to use it again. We stored it temporarily in a shed at the workshop. It sat there for a good year or so. Then, again in collaboration with SSW and Draw Architects, we managed to get funding to renovate the pavilion and turn it into a semi-permanent project space. We offer the project space to other artists and artist groups to undertake projects, particularly those with a focus on collaboration. The Scottish Sculpture Workshop supports us with the use of their facilities, and so much more. We shall be eternally grateful. I've met a great deal of interesting people at SSW. Artists come from all over the world to undertake residencies right in the heart of rural Aberdeenshire. It's the conversations you have with these people round the fire at midnight, dram in hand, and of course the excellent facilities that make the Scottish Sculpture Workshop a very special place.
Cove Park was founded nearly 10 years ago, in 1999, and we were founded by Peter and Eileen Jacobs. Peter is a UK-based businessman, and Eileen Jacobs is a sculptor, and they both have had a long-standing interest in the arts. And they were very inspired by American models of residency organisations where the focus was across art form, not necessarily just supporting one particular type of artist, but also where the emphasis was on research residencies rather than residencies that concentrated on allowing you to produce a finished body of work and to present it at the end of the residency. So here the artists are just given a very wide brief and allowed to sort of pursue new ideas, new directions in the practice, and to benefit from the sort of cross-disciplinary context that Cove Park provides. And I can't say cross-disciplinary.
Isn't that
Cross-disciplinary context. We have accommodation on site for up to 10 artists at any one time. 2 pods, which were formerly the buildings that we used in the BBC Castaway 2000 show, Tarnsey and the Hebrides, and Cove Park acquired 2 of them in 2001 and had them sort of reconverted by Blast Architects in Glasgow to be suitable for our needs. But we also have 6 cubes that serve as accommodation, and they are reconverted, recycled shipping containers that a company, Urban Space Management in London, produced especially for Cove Park. And in addition to that, we have studio spaces, some in cubes, some in former animal houses on the site. And we have a building called the Centre, which is a communal building for the artists and also where the staff work from, which has kitchen facilities, a library, IT facilities, and just general sort of meeting, discussion areas.
There was a slight crossover period between the workshop and Cove Park. Could I go from one residency to another? There's a question mark. When I was there were 2 curators and 4 artists. First week I spent looking out the window, staring at the abyss. Time is valuable. Time to process. Time to think. Time to realize it's not going to work. Time to change what you think in somewhere quite nice. There were a number of visiting artists and plenty of dialogue, but there was a mysterious stranger approaching through the fog. His name was Procrastination. He was standing in my way. I made a short video piece about what he had to say. This was not the plan. I had big ideas, but I struggled on. Got some recording done. With what purpose I could not see. Then a few months down the line, a transmission in Glasgow. The video I started in Cove Park became the basis of my show. For an artist, things don't always come when you want them to. But the benefit I got from Cove Park eventually filtered through. It was invaluable.